The worst feeling you could ever experience is when you know exactly what you need to do to improve your life, but you feel helpless, as if something is holding you back. You wonder, am I lazy, or is it something deeper? Now, if I ask you, what are the things you could do to improve your life? No doubt there are things that immediately come to mind, and you know you can do them. But something is stopping you from moving forward, stopping you from accomplishing them. So why is it so hard for us to start with the things that matter, but so easy to move on to what we know is hurting us? And what's the solution? That's what we'll try to answer in this video. So don't forget to like and subscribe. We start here. Procrastination is a behavior that exists in everyone, but everyone procrastinates in a different area of their lives. Some of us procrastinate at school, some of us procrastinate at work, and some of us procrastinate on sports or personal plans. Many people think a procrastinator is lazy, disorganized, or indifferent. But in reality, it's deeper and more complex. It all starts in the brain. When a task or goal arrives, your brain starts analyzing how you feel about it. For example, if you have an important test and you feel anxious and scared, your brain will try to calm you down and say, "Why are you so nervous? Let's rest now and think later." In this way, the brain tries to avoid those negative emotions associated with the task, postponing it as much as possible. Thus, you only start studying when time is very tight and you have to work under the pressure of a huge backlog. But what produces these feelings in the first place? To understand this, let's talk about something known as the procrastination cycle. Imagine that you have the task of writing a paper with 50 points on it. Here, you feel the gravity and importance of the task. The first stage of the cycle begins, doubt. You say to yourself, "It's hard, complicated. It takes a lot of time and effort." Then you move on to stage 2, anxiety, and you start overthinking everything but the beginning. Anxiety escalates and the mind enters the third stage, fear of failure, which brings you back to doubt. The cycle starts all over again, and you continue to procrastinate more and more. At this point, everything in the universe becomes more fun than starting the task. You even find yourself on the night of the most important test of your life, suddenly needing to drink an entire tank of tea and every minute spent in the kitchen. So, what's the solution? The first solution is simple. Do nothing. Yes, do nothing. If you have a study or assignment in front of you, there are only 2 things to do. Either study or sit still and do nothing. But on one condition. Remove anything that can distract you or give you temporary pleasure. Then your mind will be bored and it will try to escape by any means necessary. Often, it will turn to studying, and it will become the best option. A famous experiment proved this. A group of people were placed in an empty room without any entertainment, with a button that, if pressed, would give them a small electric shock. The only task was to sit in the room and do nothing. After a while, most of the participants started pressing the button, more than once. When asked why, they said, "Boredom." Even pain at that moment seemed more bearable to them than emptiness. So when you give your brain only 2 options, either study or boredom, it will choose study to avoid the feeling of emptiness, and you'll be surprised. Sometimes it can be fun. Second solution, break tasks down into small milestones. Whenever you accomplish a small milestone, you feel satisfied and motivated. This feeling tempts your brain to keep going and gives it real motivation to complete the task. Solution 3. Share the task with someone else. Find someone to study with you or work with you, but be careful not to choose someone who will weaken you, and you'll end up spending time drinking tea instead of getting things done. The fourth and final solution, give yourself a manager. Even if there's no one to hold you accountable, reach out to someone close to you and say, "I will finish this project in 2 hours." After 2 hours, tell them what you've accomplished. This simple commitment makes a huge difference in your sense of responsibility. It prevents you from justifying to yourself that you tried, there wasn't enough time, or the task was harder than I expected. Don't rationalize, simply say, "I failed, I couldn't, but I will try again." In conclusion, always remember, it's not you, It's the way your brain handles stress and difficult tasks. We all procrastinate. We all fear. But the first step towards change starts with awareness and trying over and over again.